This is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss of WDWNT.com. I'm trying to hold back a smile because it feels good to be behind the desk. It's been a while. Please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell to make sure you never miss the latest from the Disney theme parks around the world. Here now, the news for June 12th, 2024. Well, before I start reading the news, a couple things I want to mention real quick, which are very much news related. These are not ads. It has obviously been a very, very busy week for those Disney parks around the world, and we've been busy because of that, whether it's the opening of Fantasy Springs in Tokyo, the opening of Lookout Key, which we're going to talk about in a few minutes for the Disney Cruise Line in the Bahamas, or whether it's, Tiana's Bayou Adventure and CommuniCore Hall and Plaza and all that, which we will talk about momentarily. Obviously, we have not done this news program as much as usual, but I think you guys have had a deluge of content to enjoy here. So I just want to make sure everyone hasn't missed everything here. Obviously, our over hour and a half honest review of Tiana's Bayou Adventure, where we break down everything we like and dislike about this new Magic Kingdom offering, the replacement of Splash Mountain. That's available for you to watch right now. Please go check that out. We have a lot of great Tokyo stuff for you to watch. The vlogs have continued to roll out, including the latest one is a review of the Fantasy Springs vacation package that Tokyo Disney Resort is offering, which is, in my estimation, the best and maybe only way to ensure you see all of Fantasy Springs. You might want to check that out if that will interest you as well. So just a couple of quick plugs. There's also some fun ones. There's Donald Duck birthday vlog from Japan. And I know there's just so much has been released in the last week. So make sure you go look at the channel, look at what we put out in the last week, check out what interests you. But there's certainly a lot to take in. And Eric and I did kind of an in-depth review of CommuniCore Hall and Plaza on the podcast yesterday as well. So check that out. Now to the news. The Central Florida Tourism Oversight District has given initial approval for the Walt Disney World Development Agreement that the two parties created following their settlement of their lawsuits against each other. During a meeting on June 5th, the CFTOD board members reviewed a draft of the agreement attached to Disney's plan to invest $17 billion in Florida. The board voted unanimously in favor of the 15-year agreement, according to the Sentinel. A final vote will take place on June 12th that's today, in order for the agreement to fully take effect. So check the website. I'm sure it was approved, but check WDWNT.com for the latest. Probably you'll know by the time this show is released. According to the plan, Disney must invest at least $17 billion into the development of the district within the next 10 to 20 years, with a guaranteed spend of at least $8 billion in the first decade. Disney will also fund a minimum of $10 million towards attainable housing and hire Florida businesses for at least 50% of the value of all construction work. The agreement covers nearly 17,300 acres owned by Disney. The agreement also allows for a maximum of 5 minor theme parks per the Sentinel. Walt Disney World, of course, has not announced that a fifth gate is in development, but the agreement would allow for one should they ever decide to do so. This agreement comes after Disney and the CFTOD reached a settlement in their state lawsuit regarding previous development agreements that Disney had in place with the former Reedy Creek Improvement District. Do I think there's going to be a fifth park? No. I think, and I've said this before, I think Epic Universe is going to prove this. There is a maximum number of major theme parks this city can probably handle. People have a finite number of vacation days, and they will pick and choose. So, Epic Universe may very well do great. I think it's going to come at the detriment of other parks, probably most likely Universal's other two. Certainly a Disney World park or two Disney World theme parks probably could suffer from it. But, I think we're going to talk about the next story, which maybe will be Disney's response in making sure that you still visit their 4 parks, even if you come into town and really want to see Super Nintendo World and another Harry Potter land. During a media event on Monday, chairperson of Walt Disney Parks and Resorts, Josh D'Amaro, teased that Walt Disney World projects will be announced during D23 Ultimate Disney Fan Event in August. D'Amaro said fans can expect Walt Disney World announcements about more than just the Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom. Those, of course, were specifically mentioned because of the Beyond Big Thunder expansion that's announced for Magic Kingdom and the Tropical Americas area that is announced to replace Dinoland USA at Disney's Animal Kingdom. So we've alluded to this. Disney PR people have hinted at it to me. And it is clear at D23, we are going to get a number of very big announcements for, I believe, all the Disney parks around the world. But most definitely, at least for Walt Disney World, there will be some major attractions and lands announced, I think, that we did not expect nor know about to that point. So I think it's going to be an exciting time come August. We're going to get into the lull of the summer, but there's plenty of new stuff this summer to enjoy. And in the middle of the summer, we'll have something definitely to talk about, as Walt Disney World has revealed more about the Country Bear Musical Jamboree, now announced to be opening on July 17th at the Magic Kingdom. Concept art by Kevin and Jody was revealed. We've not seen this piece before, showing all the bears in their new costume, or at least a number of them. Henry is in a white jacket and a Stetson. Trixie is in a pink and white getup with a microphone. Romeo McGraw rocks a blue suit and a yellow necktie. Teddy Barra has a sparkly blue boa and pink hat, and many of the bears wear blue bandanas. We previously got a behind-the-scenes look at the Sunbonnet's new pink and white costumes. We saw the actual bears in this case. Seemed very Barbie-inspired. I like it. Disney shared a look at the new Country Bear Musical Jamboree sign as well. It's shaped the same as the old sign was. It features the tagline, still features that tagline, a wild and woolly good time, but with the new, slightly altered name of the show. The new show replaces the original Country Bear Jamboree, with the bears now performing Disney songs. It was announced at Destination D23 back in 2023. The Country Bear Jamboree closed in January. The Country Bear Musical Jamboree set list includes A Whole New World from Aladdin, Try Everything from Zootopia, and Bear Necessities from The Jungle Book. The second episode of We Call It Imagineering included footage of Emily Ann Roberts recording Try Everything. We actually got to hear her sing that live. She will be Trixie in the new show. Allison Russell and Christopher Scott Thiel recorded A Whole New World as Wendell and Teddy Barra. Real quick, this is what I'm going to say. As far as the new looks, Kevin and Jody, the right people have involved. Disney legends in my book at this point. If they're not being considered already, they should be. It's wonderful art. I'm concerned about the tone of the show. I'm concerned about the music. We'll see. I mean, these are incredibly talented musicians. These will be fun renditions. Will they fit the Country Bears? I don't know. And given that they've explained this Try Everything sequence, we'll have Trixie sort of trying to achieve various things and failing, and I'm sure ultimately she will succeed at something. So they're trying to make Trixie a inspirational character. And the thing about the Country Bear Jamboree is that I don't know that any of them are meant to be inspirational. They're all jokes, right? It's a comedy show. They're all meant to be ridiculous. Henry is kind of the straight man in all of this, and everyone else, I guess Teddy Barra plays it pretty straight too, but everyone's response to her is comical. But everyone else is kind of a joke. Like, that's the idea, right? I'm not saying we have to have fat shaming and fat jokes in it. As a fat person, I would not be offended, but I understand that they may not want to go down that route. But I'm worried about the level of comedy in the show. I think it can't just be catchy tunes that people clap their hands and stomp their feet to. I think there needs to be a level of charm and comedy beyond that. The charm may be there from the looks of the bears and having them in their fully refurbished form. I mean, the girls look great. But I'm very much worried about the tone. But we'll have to wait and see on July 17th. When Tiana's Bayou Adventure opens at the Magic Kingdom on June 28th, Disney will offer a special commemorative print package of the on-ride photo. Guests can get the package for $32.95 plus tax at Tiana's Bayou General, the exit store of the attraction. The package will be available in addition to the standard photo prints, also available for purchase. It'll include an 8x10 print of your on-ride photo, 2 recipe cards, a thank you note from Tiana, 2 specialty prints of Tiana and friends, and a digital copy of the photo via the My Disney Experience app. This is great. This is actually pretty similar if you guys watch the Tokyo vlogs. Tokyo Disneyland did a similar thing. They're selling a photo of you in a Space Mountain vehicle for the farewell of the original Space Mountain. And it not just includes your photo, they have like really pretty, publicity shots they've taken of the attraction, the exterior and such. And this is along those lines where it makes it not just a great commemorative keepsake for you, but makes it a really cool souvenir. In addition, I think this is fantastic. I will absolutely be buying one of these. More of this. Every attraction that has an on-ride photo should get this, because I know we live in the digital age and everyone wants digital photos. I think this would be a great way to sell people a physical piece of memorabilia that they'll want to display. So more of these. As well, Tiana's Bayou Adventure PhotoPass Magic Shot will put guests next to Princess Tiana in her new adventuring outfit, and Bo the Possum. Oh, Possum. There will also be a prop photo inspired by our critter friends, said Disney, and a Disney PhotoPass lens. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, Be Our Guest Vacations. Your dream vacation begins with Be Our Guest and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. Head on over to beourguestvacations.com/WDWNT, and their team will design your next magical vacation, from the Walt Disney World and Disneyland resorts to the Disney Cruise Line to Adventures by Disney and more. They're also able to book unforgettable VIP tours where you and your group can experience the ultimate park day. And of course, they could also book your trip to Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point. They booked ours. The best part is their concierge services are 100% free, so book today. There's been a change to one of the Ghost Rider busts in the library scene of the Haunted Mansion at Magic Kingdom. A month ago, one of the busts went dark. It was still barely visible in its alcove, but no longer illuminated. But as of June 8th, the bust is illuminated again. It still has the same illusion as the other busts, appearing to turn and follow you as you pass by, but it looks a little different. While the other busts are all lit with a warmer yellowish light, the bust is lit with a cooler color, making it appear whiter than some of the whiter with some red undertones. But more notably, the bust expression appears to change slightly as it watches you. It appears to be lit with a projector now instead of just a light, a la the singing bus in the graveyard, and a la, of course, all sorts of projected face characters at Disney parks at this point. The expression, of course, will change slightly with flickers, but you can see them in the video we're showing now. Great to see, again, some TLC at the Haunted Mansion. Probably more of this we'll see at the Disneyland version when that reopens later this year. The Transportation and Ticket Center at Walt Disney World has new themed trash cans to match the center's 2021 makeover. The new trash cans are royal blue with brighter blue edges. The TTC logo is still on there, but it's in shades of blue now. The logo features the abbreviation TTC in a central circle and the Transportation and Ticket Center text on a border, but it is the logo it's always been. We first spotted two new trash cans at the Magic Kingdom monorail entrance archway. The entrance archways were repainted blue with gold marquees for the 50th anniversary of the park. Another new trash can was later added to the esplanade between the ticket booth or behind the ticket booths. More and more of these will be rolled out. Of course, this replaces the old trash cans, which were in the old color scheme with the vibrant purple, yellow, and green. This is incredibly sad. People, you know, this is one of those things that people aren't upset about, that they should be. The old color scheme for the Transportation and Ticket Center, while you could argue it's dated, right? And the same for the signs around Walt Disney World property, the road signs. It was outdated, but those signs came from exhaustive research as to what colors the human eye and brain would react to or best read. So that was a big initiative to use certain colors. Euro Disney had a lot of these colors in use too. It was all one initiative. I think it was it characterized Walt Disney World. The same way I think those colors are very much a part of the character and story of Disneyland Paris. They are very much a part of the character and story of Walt Disney World, especially if you grew up in the late 80s, early 90s, and probably beyond, as it lasted until a couple of years ago. So, you know, I hate the blue and gold. I don't like it. I think it's very bland, and yeah, it's modern, but I don't think I think everything just blends into the background for people now. But let me know in the comments how you feel. I mean, I think at this point, this is the level of anger people wanted me to have about Bayou Adventure, but I'm saving it for things that I think, you know, have replacements that are not as good. Save my hatred for these things. Speaking of things I do not like, CommuniCore Hall and Plaza open this week at Walt Disney World. This is new special event space that marks the completion of EPCOT's massive reimagining. Of course, not what was originally intended, but nonetheless achieves a lot of the goals of the original intended project. So CommuniCore Hall opened right now. It's not really serving as anything except an air-conditioned relaxation space for guests, which is probably needed because, man, it is about the hottest and most humid I have felt it in the 10 years I have lived here. So while it may not be pretty inside, at least it's air-conditioned. And I will tell you, once you're standing in that park, your opinion will change about this building just because you will be melting. It doesn't make it pretty, though. And of course, the Plaza opened as well. There's the outside section with a lot of artificial turf, some seating under some covered sections and beyond. And of course, it is home to the Celebration Encanto show, which has debuted as well. There's also a live band called La Calle, which guests can enjoy throughout the day. You can watch those on our website. We have a video of the Encanto show. It's not here on YouTube because Encanto music gets blocked on YouTube. So you can go watch it on our website, though, at least. We also have a full tour right here on the channel. You can go watch a full tour of all of this space from the media event. We will go and refilm it in its permanent state. They were using it kind of as a party space, but it looks pretty much the same, just minus some stages and a couple of signs. Also opening with this was the new Mickey and Friends meet and greet space. We have video of that. There's also photos on our website if you want to check that out as well. And Festival Favorites, the food and beverage location on the outside, has opened with a menu inspired by Encanto. There is a review of that at WDWNT.com. Arepas and more themed to Encanto. In addition to CommuniCore Hall and Plaza, the Flex space near the Imagination Pavilion at EPCOT has reopened as well with new seating and shade for guests to relax under. One end of this flex space opened with the Florida Fresh booth for the EPCOT International Flower and Garden Festival. Now the rest of the area is open, providing more space for guests dining during festivals or this summer at least just relaxing in the shade. Most of the space again here is covered in artificial turf with short pink concrete walls around the edges. There are trees and shrubs and flower beds, and round fans are mounted on the tall white poles. We originally speculated the columns would support a roof or shade. They still can support shade canopies. They might be coming. For now, they just put string lights up. Again, being a flex space, I think the idea with this and CommuniCore Hall and Plaza is they built spaces that could be used for anything, right? And so these big white poles were built at a size and shape where they could be anything. They could be shade structures, they could hold lighting, they could hold signage, they can do a number of different things. So, you know, what we're seeing here is not a finished product because there is no finished product. You will see a different product likely with every season at EPCOT moving forward. In addition to the Florida Fresh booth on the south side of the space, there's another booth on the north side near the restrooms. This was the Wine and Wedge Global Marketplace from the Food and Wine Festival. The sign was still on the kiosk when it was recently installed, but it's been removed and trees are in front of the window. The 2024 EPCOT International Food and Wine Festival begins in August. Whew, I personally thanked the food and beverage manager at EPCOT. I said, thank you for pushing back food and wine for my sanity. We appreciate it. Portraits of Courage, an exhibit featuring oil paintings by President George W. Bush, is now open at the American Adventure in EPCOT. The tribute displays over 60 oil paintings of service members and veterans who have served since 9/11. The exhibit is on display in the Rotunda of the American Adventure rather than the American Heritage Gallery, which still has its previous exhibit. Every painting is of a service member or veteran who President Bush has gotten to know personally following his time in office. The exhibit also includes letters to the president, a display featuring personal letters from veterans who served as the inspiration for some of the paintings. The exhibit also includes information and resources created to support post-9/11 veterans and their families, such as Check-In, which gives veterans and their families access to no-cost, high-quality mental and brain health care. EPCOT has a new World Showcase passport design featuring Figment instead of Mickey Mouse. The passport has also increased in price by $2. We call that the Figment tax. A tax I'm willing to pay. The World Showcase Passport Pack is $16.99. And with the World Showcase Passport, guests can act like they're exploring the world. They can affix sticker stamps and get validation stamps from cast members in each country. There are instructions on the first page. It comes in a resealable plastic package, and the new passport is blue with a silver debossed design. And the World Showcase Compass logo is in the center, stars surround it, and Figment's silhouette is in the upper left, and Passport is across the top. The set also includes an honorary ambassador button featuring Figment in full color. He's popping out of the EPCOT logo with images of the country pavilions in a circle around him, and the old button also featured Mickey Mouse. Did you know there's a way you can save big at Disney Deluxe Resorts? Well, today's show is brought to you by DVC Rental Store, a great way for you to plan a luxury Disney vacation on a modest budget. You don't need to sign up for a full DVC contract, but instead they'll allow you to rent the points you need for a magical stay. It really is the best way to stay deluxe at a fraction of the cost. And now, thanks to their lowest price guaranteed offer, you'll always have the best price on the market. The rooms are discounted up to 75% off at times, and they have the largest member inventory for points, so there's a lot to choose from. You can search their availability for free right now, which is not something all rental companies offer. And if you do choose to book, they have a great cancellation policy and a low down payment. DVC Rental Store is the #1 DVC rental company in the United States, one we've used many times. If you've ever watched a DVC room tour on this channel, chances are it was booked with them, and that was done before they were ever even a sponsor. So be sure to head to the description below and check them out. During the media event on Monday, Walt Disney World shared new concept art and details for The Little Mermaid, A Musical Adventure, the new show at Disney's Hollywood Studios. The show will include all the songs that were previously in Voyage of the Little Mermaid, as well as editions of Kiss the Girl and Daughters of Triton. The show will have all new puppets, as well as live and digital characters. One of the puppets they shared a photo of was Max, which is Prince Eric's dog. Another puppet is a green, pink, and purple turtle. This will be one of the puppets used in a blacklight sequence, just like the old Voyage of the Little Mermaid show that A Musical Adventure replaces. The show also uses cutting-edge digital imagery and motion capture for characters like King Triton, Ursula, and Ariel's sisters. Ariel's sisters will perform Daughters of Triton, which wasn't included in the previous stage show. You know, I'm curious if they actually re-recorded them, or there are digital video versions of the Daughters of Triton that existed in the show at Disney Sea, the King Triton concert show, which is still dark post-COVID for, money reasons at this point. I'm looking at you all, see, you're getting like Disney. I wonder if they're just going to reuse those or if they actually shot new footage. They definitely shot some new footage. They showed us motion capture for Ursula, but I wonder if the daughters are reused. But nonetheless, quote, "We're using some really cutting-edge tools like motion capture technology, which you may have seen used in blockbuster films," said James Silson, the show director. "Basically, we have a live performer in a suit covered in sensors, and the data captured from their performance helps us create a digital animation of the character, which our animators then use to bring them to life on stage. Ursula, though, will also appear live on stage, not just on screen. We thought about what Ariel's room may look like and came up with this collage style that you'll see woven throughout the production," said Sarah Schmidt, the creative concept artist and illustrator for Disney Live Entertainment. "This new look really informed every design decision, from scenic to the puppets, even the custom digital content being created for the show. We're really blending the line between real and digital in ways we've never done before to completely fill the stage with these show-stopping scenes," said James. "You're going to see these large new physical set pieces we've created blend seamlessly with the digital environment in a way that really fills the stage. You'll see digital puppets transform into real ones right before your eyes. You'll even see animated characters performing in the same space as real ones. It's going to feel like magic." The new show will debut sometime later this year. As of June 6th, updates to the Disneyland Resort reservation policy will impact guests with either a Disneyland Resort vacation package or room-only reservations. The major change is that the full price of a vacation package now becomes non-refundable 3 days before the arrival at the Disneyland Resort for your vacation. Before this adjustment, the full price of a vacation package became non-refundable 4 days before arrival. This actually gives guests an extra 24 hours to cancel the reservation and get a full refund. The major change to the room-only policy is that the reservation cancellations can now be received 4 days before a guest's arrival date for guests to obtain a full refund. Guests used to need to cancel 5 days in advance. Again, this gives you an extra 24-hour window. If a guest does not cancel at least 4 days before arriving, they will be subject to a cancellation fee. Any cancellation less than 4 days prior to the arrival date will result, again, in a cancellation fee of the first night's room plus taxes and fees, including, without limitation, any taxes and fees imposed by the city of Anaheim, subject to the 24-hour booking policy. Guests with Disneyland Resort room-only reservations can receive a full refund if they cancel their booking within 24 hours. However, this only applies if the booking took place at least 72 hours before check-in time. These changes to the Disneyland Resort reservation cancellation policy come after Walt Disney World changed its policies earlier this year. It's now confirmed that another entertainment cut is coming to the Disneyland Resort, as the Doctor Strange Mysteries of the Mystic Art Show in California Adventure will hold its final performance later this month. Following our rumor report earlier in the week, Disneyland officials confirmed to the Orange County Register that the show would hold its final performance on June 30th. The online calendar now reflects that. No specific reason was given for the closure, but this is the second entertainment cut made in the wake of entertainment cast members unionizing at the resort following the elimination of the performers at Club Pixar. Disneyland Resort Parade and character performers officially unionized with Actors Equity in May and formed the group dubbed Magic United. About 1,700 individuals are represented. Most other Disneyland Resort cast members and Walt Disney World performers were already unionized. The OC Register reports that Doctor Strange will still make appearances in the land after the show's closure. Building off of that story, Disneyland Resort is reportedly rumored to cut more entertainment at California Adventure in addition to what we just mentioned. The rumor comes from the Disneyland Resort daily events calendar. The following entertainment is listed only through June 29th. That is Avengers Assemble. That's the show on top of the building there, the stunt show. The Amazing Spider-Man, which is the Stuntronic show that also includes a physical appearance from Spider-Man at the end. He's intertwined with the main show, too. Guardians of the Galaxy Awesome Dance-Off, Warriors of Wakanda, The Disciples of the Dora Milaje, Doctor Strange, Mysteries of the Mystic Arts, which you already mentioned, Operation Playtime, which is the Green Army Patrol show, which has been performing for a very long time at the park, as well Five and Dime and the Citizens of Buena Vista Street, which both go back to the opening of Buena Vista Street in 2012. Club Pixar, which is now only games and photo ops, of course, so that already ended, and the Paradise Gardens Bandstand. On June 30th, the only entertainment still listed is Doctor Strange, The Citizens of Buena Vista Street, Club Pixar, and the Paradise Garden Bandstand. Of course, June 30th is the final day for Doctor Strange. The Paradise Garden Bandstand performances listed through the end of June are for Black Music Month. We assume the bandstand will go back in use, but who knows? Club Pixar and the Citizens of Buena Vista Street are the only entertainment listed on the calendar through July 23rd, the last day of the calendar currently available. But rumors are that Citizens of Buena Vista Street are on the chopping block at some point. We certainly hope not, but it seems like really widespread entertainment cuts at Disneyland Resort. I'm going to stop and I'm going to kind of rant for a minute. Disneyland Resort used to have the best entertainment department of any park in the world, or any parks in the world. And there's been in quality a severe decline the last several years. Post-COVID, a cataclysmic crash, it feels like, and these cuts are unacceptable. I hope there are replacement entertainment offerings planned, but the timing is very suspect, and kind of shame on Disneyland Resort for doing this. I hope these rumors don't pan out. I hope if it is planned, there's time to stop it, maybe. That'd be nice, but we'll wait and see how this all shakes out. But either way, it's not looking good out there. A new Inside Out 2 pre-show is now performing ahead of World of Color 1 at Disney California Adventure. The new emotional roller coaster pre-show inspired by Inside Out 2 premiered on May 31st at California Adventure. The show features favorite characters from Inside Out and new characters from the upcoming film, which releases in theater on June 14th. Inside Out 2 is predicted to be one of the highest grossing, if not the highest grossing film of the year. You can watch the pre-show in our video right here on our channel. Meanwhile, Anger from Inside Out and Inside Out 2 will join Pixar Fest offerings at the Disneyland Resort starting June 14th. Anger will be at the Pixar Pier Band Shell in California Adventure. Joy and Sadness also appear sometimes at the Band Shell. The Anger meet and greet begins on June 14th on the same day as the movie hits theaters. Let's talk about Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point. We, of course, have a full tour, full video of Rush, a Junkanoo celebration. A tour of the cabanas is on our website and also in that full tour video. Be sure to check out all the coverage, whether it's at WDWNT.com or right here on this YouTube channel. Eric and Jason put a lot of work into it, and I think they did a great job showing what's at least completed thus far of Lookout Key, the new island destination for Disney Cruise Line in the Bahamas. Fantasy Springs, a new chapter. The exhibit has now opened at Ikspiri, the downtown Disney of sorts at the Tokyo Disney Resort. I actually got to go check this out right before I flew back to the United States, and it is spectacular. Sadly, video was not allowed of the exhibit, so you got to check it all out. I photographed everything for you. It's available at WDWNT.com, and it is everything a Disney fan could possibly want. Models, concept art, costumes, historical exhibits. It's fantastic. There's incredible video presentations, which we weren't allowed to film or photograph, obviously. If you're going to be heading out, this is scheduled to run through September. It might be extended, it might not, but it is absolutely phenomenal. If you're not going to be able to check it out, please look at the post, because there's just some really cool stuff we've never seen before that's on display, and this was worth every cent of, I think it was roughly $7 American to go see this, and it was absolutely worth it. A new map-inspired popcorn bucket will be available at the Tokyo Disney Resort starting on July 1st. The bucket matches an upcoming collection of Tokyo Disney Resort map-inspired merchandise. The bucket's lid is a textured map of Disneyland and Disney Sea, featuring icons like Cinderella Castle and Mount Prometheus. Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, Daisy, Donald, Goofy, and Chip and Dale are on the edge of the design, looking excitedly at the attractions. And Tokyo Disney Resort is in bright-colored letters across the top. The side of the bucket features map images for each land or port in each park. Mickey and friends are also incorporated into this artwork, enjoying different offerings. Similar artwork is also on the white strap, which features two rubber charms. One is a Tokyo Disney Resort compass with Cinderella Castle in the center and a Where Our Dreams Come True banner. The other charm is Mickey and Minnie. The Tokyo Disney Resort map popcorn bucket will be available at the Popping Pod in Tomorrowland at Tokyo Disneyland, and as well the popcorn wagon in front of Lido Isle in American Waterfront at Tokyo Disney Sea. They're limited to one per guest per transaction. Man, I need this one. This is great. There is, Eric will talk about it in the next show, but there's a lot of great merchandise coming out this summer. There's a transportation collection, this map collection, a lot of real park-inspired stuff at Tokyo, outdoing even themselves. I can't wait to see this stuff in person. For the absolute latest on all these stories and those that didn't make it into today's show, be sure to check WDWNT.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. You can support the entire team behind this show and others by joining the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted special event tickets, and more. A special shout out to all of our WIGS members watching who make this show happen every week. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.